The Marines are getting a brand new 5.56 rifle round just for killing small drones. As FPV and other small unmanned aerial systems, or UAS, continue to plague modern battlefields, finding ways to stop them, especially at the squad level, has been one of the biggest challenges facing infantry units. So, to help counter the threat, the Marines are buying something called the Drone Round 5.56L variant, made by a company called Drone Round. Not the most original names, but it is extremely clear what they are and who makes them, and for Marines who may struggle reading a promotion warrant, that can be pretty important. The Corps has already purchased 400,000 of them, and they plan to order another million in the next fiscal year, which starts on October 1st. A spokesperson told us that the new ammunition has already started showing up at ammunition supply points, and that all 400,000 are expected to be delivered in September. As far as who gets them first, we were also told that that will be up to the Marine Expeditionary Force commanders themselves. The company Drone Round actually makes two different variants of this. There's the K variant, which breaks up into 8 projectiles, but that's only good out to about 50 meters, and then the Marine Corps bought the L variant, which breaks down into 5 projectiles, and the company says that those are effective out to about 100 meters. On a battlefield, time is survival, and getting an extra 50 meters to eliminate a fast and highly maneuverable threat is pretty valuable. The drone round can be fired from the Marines M4 and the M27 service rifles without any real modifications, and as far as we can tell, it can also be fired out of anything else that fires 5.56. What makes these particularly attractive is that Marines don't need a new rifle, new magazines, or really a lot of retraining to be able to effectively use these. In videos from the company, they also show them working from belt-fed machine guns, and the company says a 7.62 NATO option is in the works, which opens up the possibility of feeding these through a 240. So right about now, especially after hearing that the round splinters, a lot of you are probably saying, well, what about shotguns? Shotguns are great, I'm not going to argue with you there, but in Ukraine they've only been shown effective out to about 50 meters, and they also have other limitations like the magazine capacity, where in something like a Remington 870, you have just 7+1, and 8 tries did something that is very fast, very maneuverable, usually has a lot of friends nearby, while you're operating inside of a complex and, quite frankly, horrible environment where your heart rate is most certainly spiked. That just doesn't seem like great odds. Yes, I know, there are lots of videos of shotguns successfully taking out FPV drones, but what we're not seeing are the unsuccessful attempts when shotguns did not succeed in taking out FPV drones, because those people are dead. Plus, having these around means you don't have to carry a shotgun on top of all the other junk that the average grunt is already burdened with. And it is one less weapon that the armorer can reject for hours on a Friday when you're just trying to go home. So while these do kind of remove the need for a shotgun, Marines are going to have to load separate magazines. The good thing is that since these are just a regular 5.56 casing, they can use the magazines that Marines are currently issued. Now, I'm not saying that I'd like to get shot with one, but their intent is not necessarily anti-personnel, so Marines will likely have to carry full magazines of the standard full metal jacket ammo as well. On that same thread though, how these are actually distributed and utilized in Marine platoons, squads, and fire teams has not yet been determined, but here are some scenarios that we can imagine. You could just have each Marine carry an extra magazine or 2 on top of the 6 that make up a standard combat load. This would give each Marine an individual counter-UAS option, and honestly, something like this seems most likely. 2 more magazines is a little bit more weight, but it beats getting killed. Giving each Marine a few magazines filled with a splintering 5.56 also creates redundancy, something that Marine small units practice as an absolute necessity. I'd argue that every single Marine needs to be trained on these, from your average 0311 rifleman to the 1171 water dogs, but if you don't want to train each Marine to use these, you could could also have just one Marine in each fire team be the lucky counter UAS Devil Dog, kind of like how an A gunner exists for machine guns in a fire team. This Marine could carry a lot of magazines loaded down with this round, as well as squad level electronic warfare gear, maybe a drone jamming rifle, a shotgun, or other individually employed anti-drone tools that they've also been trained on. Now this scenario may not really be a great option, because one thing that seems really important for squads to survive in this era is wide dispersion. This could leave some Marines pretty exposed if the counter UAS gunner is at the back of the patrol 75 meters away. I also imagine that the Marine carrying around a bunch of antennas and extra things is going to attract the attention of the enemy drone operators first, so concentrating a vital capability into one Marine isn't something that I'd recommend, and a lot of Marine leaders would probably agree with me there. One of the biggest challenges here, though, will be rewriting doctrine and tactics, techniques, and procedures, or TTPs, for counter small UAS, including using these rounds. We won't spend too much time on that here because this is something we've been working on for a longer video that dives deeper into counter UAS at the platoon level, but safe to say, lots of things about how formations move and are organized will have to change and are already changing. This is a tough problem though, and I hope I'm not saying anything too scandalous here, but Marines are humans and they can only haul around so much crap. Even with UGVs carrying gear, this is a major limitation when it comes to countering drones at the small unit level. And Marines aren't just worrying about small enemy UAS, they still have to fight enemy troops, fortifications, armor, aircraft, and all those other things that exist to kill them. Finding lightweight solutions that can slot in easily beside gear that Marines are already using and trained on is really the goal, and the drone round fits that pretty well. The Corps has also been fielding the Smash 2000 smart optic that detects and locks onto a drone, but they do have mixed reviews from those who have employed them. Maybe pairing the Smash with the drone round will act as a force multiplier to enhance lethality across multiple domains on the battlefield as we accelerate capabilities at the bleeding edge for our warfighters. Buzzword salad aside, we also have to remember that this isn't the final answer, but it's just yet another layer inside of a complex and sprawling defense that includes things like MADIS and LMADIS, Stinger, some early APKWS-2 systems like the Vampire, and a lot of other things. But until recently, none of those really reached down to the squad level. Countering drones isn't going to come down to one silver bullet, even if it breaks into 5 smaller silver bullets, but it will come down to a bunch of small improvements, both in gear and doctrine, stacked on top of each other. Personally, and this is just me, I'm actually kind of happy to see that this is reaching Marines and not adding too much weight to their packs. Now we just have to wait and see how they're used, and even more importantly, what kind of training Marines receive. They've said before that they want small drones to be viewed as expendable. Now let's see if they're actually going to stick to that and start shooting them down with these drone rounds. So let us know what you think down below in the comments, and as always, go ahead and like, subscribe, share, I don't know, do whatever you got to do to support the channel, because it really does mean a lot to all of us here, and I personally really appreciate it. Now you may have noticed that this is a little different than the length of videos that we normally put out, so I'm going to explain that real quick here. So typically we were doing 2 videos a week, 15 to 20 minutes a piece. That's a lot of work. We have a small team. We also have an entire editorial section which has been doing journalism since 2014. And I want to try to use some of their stories. So like this one, Jeff Shogel did the story on this, and we have a lot of other individual stories where they'd make a great video, but only I think this one will probably be 8 to 10 minutes. And we really couldn't stretch them out to a longer 15 to 20 minute video, but there's still meaningful changes in the defense space, procurement, really just all the things we cover. So we're going to start doing these shorter, more easily digested formats where we'll take something like Marines getting drone round and just packing it into 8 minutes, giving you what you need without a whole lot of fluff or filler. And not that our longer videos have fluff or filler, but The problem is there's just not a whole bunch of stuff that might be interesting for 20 minutes. So you're going to start seeing a lot more of these videos. If you like it, great. If you have some recommendations on things we can do differently, I'm all about it. You can tell me whatever you think is going to work best. And you can do that at my email at kyle.gunn@taskandpurpose.com. You can also issue corrections to me there, and then I'll do corrections in the ends of these videos. But I just wanted to give you guys a heads up. I think it's really important. I've tried to keep the channel pretty much on an even plane where I don't really see me as up here. This doesn't exist without you all, and so when things change, I want you all to be made aware of it and why, most importantly. So that's all I really got. I got to move if we're actually going to keep this any shorter. But I'm Kyle, your friendly ginger man. You are all still dismissed. Thank you so much for being here. Thanks for hopefully enjoying this smaller format, because honestly, it is so much easier. Each video that we do is like a 10-page research paper, which is just fucking brutal to do 2 a week. Even with David's great, but even with another person, that's a lot. So anyways, I'm shutting up. Thanks for being here. Really appreciate it. We'll see y'all next time.